All right. Okay. Yeah. So good morning, everyone. I'm just checking on Facebook and YouTube if all is well. So give me a few seconds. It seems like we're all good. All right. Sige. So for those of you watching, I'm just looking at the comments right now. Meron nga bang nakakapanood nito today? So I'm seeing There's 3 early birds right now. If you can comment, if you're hearing me, that would be lovely. So, para lang ma-confirm ko if my audio setup for today is, maayos, and before I proceed. Um, alright, medyo juicy yung topic ngayon as some people actually call it. My wife actually called it out na it's a juicy topic daw kasi it's about my love life. As if naman hindi siya kasama sa whole mix nun 'no. But yeah, so right, if you're here and you're seeing this, I'd love to know if, naririnig ba ako ng maayos? Yan, awesome, awesome. Right, seems like it. Sige. Yeah, so yung topic for today sa Kage Thoughts is, basically all about my love life. Okay. Nakakatuwa kasi dapat last Saturday, I was actually aiming to do this around the same time, 10 AM, and the same topic. Kasi I was aiming to do daily Facebook lives, about just random topics. Gusto ko lang mas makita ano ba yung natural na, thought patterns ko about specific topics. So random, I decide on topics and then I just do this, like FB Live, naturally expressing myself. And hopefully, I can discover more of who I am. And bonus, if magiging extra value din to some people who are watching. Um, so 10 AM last Saturday, dapat ito, episode na 'to. Pero I wasn't able to get up due to like a health condition. And then I took meds so I can go to an event sa Rizal later in that day. So humabol ako dun and all. And then sa event na yun actually, sobrang nakakatuwa na nakakatawa in a sense. Kasi I was with a group of freelancers, of entrepreneurs, and then alam mo usually dapat marketing, business related, ganyan yung mga pinag-uusapan, 'di ba? Pero nakakatuwa kasi in like probably an hour or so, so naka-huddle ako with a few people there, and ang pinag-uusapan namin is love life, love life. And there were lots of questions raised, hindi lang basta about a romantic partnership, romantic relationship, but also building a family, raising children, ilan ba dapat yung ideal na anak, gano'n. So now I've decided basically lima yung 5 yung ideal na anak. But yeah, iba-iba tayo. So that's for me. But basically yung topic dun is yun nga, revolving around romantic relationships, navigating it, different aspects of it, 'no? And then, there's this one question na nakakatuwa kasi nangyari muna yun bago 'tong live na 'to. Yung one question is, how do you actually choose a partner that you will commit to for life? Right? Um, and this is coming from the sense na paano mo malalaman if tama yung pinili mo when in reality the options are madami naman talaga, right? So, for any person, kahit anong gender, basically, you will have different options to choose from, a partner na paninindigan niyo yung relationship niyo hanggang sa huling hininga, right? But because of that many options, parang ano lang, parang parang sa freelancing ang hirap mamili ng market kasi andun yung pressure na dapat tama yung market na pipiliin mo. Ang hirap mamili ng niche, hirap mamili ng skill, for entrepreneurs, hirap mamili ng exact business model, clientele and all that. I mean, kapag mas marami yung options, naturally parang mas nahihirapan tayo pumili, or mas humahaba yung process ng pagpili kasi nakukumpara mo, eh, 'di ba? And it's actually part of our natural na instincts to weigh kung ano yung mga pros and cons, 'di ba? Like looking at, ano ba yung mga good side of things and then ano ba yung mga bad side of things, mga pasok sa panlasa mo and then yung mga bagay na parang red flag, 'di ba? Or hindi 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 agreeable sa'yo moving forward. That happens in a lot of things, not just romantic relationships. So, uh, I'm just gonna share a few stories about my own love life, how I actually got to this place right now where I'm super happy. And um, the idea, yung person that I'm with right now, shout out sa'yo, May Katakutan Singh. Yeah. So the idea is how did I uh, choose or ako ba yung pinili o ako yung pumili? Di ko alam. So but the idea is paano umabot sa point na 'to where I'm really happy, really satisfied, and alam ko na this is one of the best choices that I ever did. Even if wala pa dun sa endpoint. Even if kasi parang masasabi mo lang na tama yung relationship, 'di ba? 'Pag tumatagal siya or when it lasts. And the experience of it is like, um, you're really growing and expanding and mas na-o-honor niyo yung sarili niyo and all that. Mas nagiging impactful, the experiences shared together are making for you, uh, kumbaga, a life na worthwhile, including the ups and downs, including the stuff that you need to navigate together and hindi niyo pa kaagad naiintindihan and even the unexpected stuff. Pero it's weird, eh, kasi most of the time ang pag-judge natin kung tama yung isang bagay na pinili natin, romantic relationships man yan o hindi, is nandun sa endpoint, nandun sa nandun sa ano yung mangyayari sa huli, right? And I guess that's easier when you're looking at other things, kasi meron ka lang goal, eh, na kailangan ma-achieve tapos malalaman mo kung na-achieve mo yung goal versus hindi mo na-achieve yung goal. But for things that are supposed to last until huli nating hininga, 'di ba, how would you actually measure it kung yung dulo nun is not yet, I mean, realized, not yet there, 'di ba? So instead of an outcome-based, judgment or measurement, relationships fall more into a process-based, uh, metric. That's what makes sense. Now, relationships should be judged based on, its direction right now and yung experiences that are unfolding from from that specific interaction or relationship or pursuing that direction. So, mas proseso talaga yung metrics that revolve around relationships. And of course, there are milestones too. Pero hindi siya super like outcome based lang na yung end point lang talaga yung mahalaga. Okay. So yeah, just gonna share this real quick. Like, um, most people don't know. My wife and I actually met 2016. So we have a common friend. And nakakwento na siya sa akin before ng common friend namin. So, magkasama kami sa church nung common friend 2016. Nagsimba kami one time, nakukwento niya siya sa'kin. Paglabas namin nung actual ano, simba na yun 'no, so my wife, si May, was walking by and then nakita siya ng common friend namin, tinawag siya. And then, um, dahil nga, common nakukuwento niya siya sa'kin, ang unang words na binanggit ko sa kanya nakita ko siya. So, inabot ko yung kamay ko ta's sabi ko lang sa kanya, "Finally, finally." And then my wife jokingly interprets that as ano, foreshadowing daw yun na ano, na finally nahanap ko na yung the one, which is like corny, 'di ba? Pero sige, pagbigyan na natin siya. Yeah, on my end, it's more like, finally na-meet ko na yung kinukuwento sa'kin. It's more like that, hindi finally ito na yung forever choo-choo na relationship. Yeah, so it was more like that. And then, um, we actually became mag-jowa within that year. Um, and to describe the relationship, it was really so ako, I am coming from a place of, um, I have this, uh, nasa top 10 siya na fears, which is, will I actually be able am I capable to build a family that would be happy, that would actually last? And I realized at that time, it contributed to my depression as well. Um, Yung mga panahon na yun kasi it's rooted in, the experience of my parents, separating or we are a broken family in terms of yung traditional na marriage should last, 'di ba, until till death do us part. So, my parents are broken up and that has affected me in such a way na ako kasi yung bridge between, yung two families because my dad has an Indian wife as well, aside from my mom, which is his Filipina wife. So, yung idea there is I was dealing with a lot of fears na, am I really ready for a relationship? Am I really ready for something that would last? So, that's always at the back of my head, that point. And I realized a lot of my pursuit for business, yung iba't ibang ventures, trying to secure a better, cash flow, better finances, all of that. Part of that chase, I would say a big part of that chase for success is fueled by I was thinking, if mas mayaman ako, if mas may pera ako, I can take care of my family. I believe it's a common notion naman for everyone. Sa'kin, really it's out of fear na if I don't have enough finances, I wouldn't be able to sustain a family last. That was really where I was coming from. So there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of need for healing at that point. Um, but also at the same time, 2019, um, we got engaged. So basically, that's a 2.5 year relationship at that time. And I was, taon ako nun, I was 29 years old. Madaling computerin 'pag 1990 ka pinanganak, eh. So I was 29 years old and I got engaged with my wife right now. But at the same time, the engagement part on my end was more a hindi because I was already sure of who I want to marry. I did not propose because I was sure. And actually, it came from a fear of if I won't propose, I would lose this person. Kumbaga, we're at a point na I was so consumed by my fears of not being able to start and sustain a relationship. And this is regardless of lahat na ng mga inaral ko, lahat ng binasa kong libro on relationships, lahat ng I mean, I read parenting books. I was already dealing with some of my issues. I mean, all of the things na binabasa ko, kino-consume ko when it comes to emotional intelligence and all that, mindset, relationships and all, meron ng mga gano'n na side, eh. Pero I was pursuing all of those from a place of fear, eh. So I just would like yun yung major thing dun, eh. I was pursuing all of those from a place of fear. So yung pag-propose ko sa wife ko at that time was more like ayoko mawala yung person sa'kin. More than it's an intentional choice that I want to build a life together with this person. It's such a big difference, experience-wise and peace of mind-wise. Alam mo yung ginagawa mo yung isang bagay out of, um, like a certain desperation as opposed to ginagawa mo yung isang bagay kasi that's the that's the most aligned thing na you're naturally drawn to it. At that point, we were really like a very toxic couple na I was so focused on trying to figure out better business ventures like cash flow and all. Alam ko yung bandwidth ko, yung time, energy, and attention ko. I do not have enough quality of those to spend with who I am engaged with at that time. It was more trying to maintain something than really making it or treating it as an important thing. So it's more maintenance mode than trying to grow the relationship. Um, so even though it hurt back in 2019, even if engaged na kami and we're set to be married January 2020, even though it was confusing and hurtful and mahirap tanggapin, um, it's there's two sides of the coin. Hiniwalayan ako ni May nung 2019. She actually she actually called off the engagement. And I was puzzled, I was hurt, I was really confused. Yung is yung tina kong gawin at that point is to do it, to to do just the bare minimum so I wouldn't lose this person. And I thought it would strategically it would work because the next step to engagement is marriage and it's just a few months away. But I didn't realize back then what I was doing is lalo lang sinusuportahan yung yung possibility na hindi ko talaga maalagaan yung bubuin kong family. Because I wasn't even thinking of it as preparing for the role and function of being a husband and potentially a father moving forward. It's not me transitioning into something. It's just me trying to hoard something that I'm afraid to lose. That was 2019. So, um, to cut the long story short, well, actually, ito yung pito ko kwento. So, you were eating at Manam, and she actually called off the engagement and pinag-usapan namin and all, like, tried to process it. And I actually understood na yung level ng relationship namin at that point, mawo-worsen lang siya kapag nagpakasal kami at that time. Kumbaga, the problems a couple have before marriage that remain unresolved usually only end up worse after marriage. Um, Kasi araw-araw mo nang nakikita yung tao, wala ka ng choice kundi kasama mo siya sa bahay. Iba pa rin yung ano, yung may time kayo off together, may space from time to time to process things alone and not just together. But when you're together na in one household, yung space na yun lumiliit unless intentionally agreed upon, 'di ba? Um, but that kind of space to process things and to feel feelings and to realize things and to decide on what's to say next or do next is super duper necessary to actually like navigate the ebbs and flows of individuality even within a relationship. So um nasa Manam and then naghiwalay kami and hahatid ko pa rin siya pauwi. So we took a Grab. And I clearly remember um I think it's Moira and ano and December Avenue yata yung kanta na yun, eh, na, ah, ito yun like I forgot the actual full lyrics pero yung, "Kung di rin tayo sa huli," yung song na yun. It played dun sa Grab while pauwi kami tapos, to the point na pinapakinggan lang namin yung kanta nung una, pero yung feels nung kanta is like, ah I was feeling the song at that time. Tapos, so I started just singing along with that song. And then, uh, si May naki-duet siya. So kinakanta namin yung kanta with all the feels and all. As in, kinakanta namin full blast. Ah, na akala nung Grab driver namin, wala lang kumakanta lang talaga kami. Pero naluluha-luha na kami at that ano, at that point na very fresh na kahit emotionally we love each other. The deal was to let each other go. Kasi, I mean, we'd rather not compromise the future. So nung kinakanta namin All For Us, tapos nakakatuwa lang kasi after nung song, si si Kuya Grab driver, nag-comment siya dun sa kanta namin sabi niya, along the lines of, "Feel na feel ko yung kanta niyo ano, feel na feel ko yung kanta niyo along those lines," sabi niya. Tapos nagkuwento siya na 2 days ago before that Grab ride, 2 days ago naghiwalay sila nung seven years niya na girlfriend. So kami parang, alam mo yun, parang sobrang may sarili kaming feels at that time. Tapos ako naman like an empath. Ano, well, si May like walang masyadong empathy. Love you though. Pero yun, like ako, tinatry kong pakiramdaman yung emotion ni Kuya Grab driver at the same time i-navigate yung sarili kong emotion at that. Yun lang kaya sobrang memorable nung araw na yun. Um, but fast forward, so 2 years, there's so for the whole 2020 hanggang 2021, basically we've let each other go. Okey lang if, we find another person, that's the agreement. Okey lang if there was a lot of, uh, ano na, changes na moving forward and hindi na kami mag-fit together after some time. So walang deal, eh. na kailangan naming pilitin na i-try ulit o magbalikan, walang gano'n, walang gano'n. So, during that 2-year time frame, do'n ako actually natauhan because of that because of that intense pain of the breakup, thinking na I wouldn't be at this pace that I'm growing at, I wouldn't be ready to take care of a future family. So those 2 years na lumipas, 2020 and 2021, is more really just intentionally diving more into my issues. Um, Especially with family. Like, interview ko yung tatay ko, interview ko yung nanay ko, interview ko yung Indian mom ko, which has led me to a mini project. It's called Deconstructing My Parents. It's actually a book that I started writing, but it's more really it's more a therapeutic journey. Um, na diving into the history of how things ended up with my parents, though we're all at peace and happy now with how things ended up. Um, there's a lot of experiences from them na impluwensyahan ako subconsciously. And writing that book, or at least starting to write that book kasi hindi pa rin siya tapos, has led me to deal with a lot of things, especially with family relationships. Um, Fast forward, 2021, I actually just messaged si May, and that was November 2021. And we ended up na during habang so basically niyaya ko siya lumabas. And while we were talking, I simply perceived na ibang tao na kami. As in ibang tao na kami. Yung person na nagpo-post sa kanya 2019 is very different. And the person that I was proposing to at that time in 2021 is very different. So at that very moment, I knew. I just knew. So I asked very casually, "Pakasal na tayo. Pakasal na tayo." Ganun lang after 2 years of not really talking about anything, about nothing to do with each other and all that. Yun lang, a very casual thing. Pakasal na tayo. And she said yes. And January 2022, kinasal na kami. Ah, babalik ako ng question, and I'll end with this. 34 minutes na pala yung live. Sabi ko 25 minutes lang dapat. Pero babalik ako yung question sa akin nung isang person. How would you know if it's the right choice? Um, I think sinagot ko sa kanya during that conversation. There's still gonna be a lot of experiences with other people, and there will always be ano, opportunity to dive into different relationships, 'di ba? But on my end, it's not about it's not always about finding new experiences with other people and then trying to compare that moving forward. Sa'kin, it's choosing a person that I can build new experiences together with moving forward. So It's not chasing experiences but by width or widening the horizon. It's chasing new experiences in depth. So yung lalim ng ng pag-build, hindi yung lawak. Eh, same rin yan with scaling business, eh. Most people try to find more and more clients when you can actually just serve a few clients and grow with them. Anyway, um, yeah, that's the relationship I have with my wife right now. Na it's more a matter of 'pag may gusto siyang kainan na bago, game. Gusto niya mag-travel kung saan man na hindi niya pa napupuntahan, game. Kung kung ano yung mga bagay na hindi niya pa na-experience and gusto niyang ma-experience, game. 'Cause it's a matter of creating new experiences together. And there's an infinite number of beautiful things na puwede namin i-create together. And as long as we're committed to that, we're all good. We're embracing the process of ma-enjoy natin 'to hanggang sa huli nating hininga. It doesn't have to get dull if you can intentionally take care of it. It doesn't have to be boring if both of you are willing to try new things. Um, there's a lot. As of now, yeah, we're enjoying the whole thing. A honeymoon year last year na sobrang daming firsts. But even up to this point, sobrang dami pa rin naman talagang firsts. And it doesn't feel like mauubusan kami ng firsts to try moving forward. Um, and that's it. That's the commitment part to it. Na alam ko na tama yung choice ko, not because of the person itself, not because of ako mismo, but because we are aligned in you're my choice of creating a beautiful life with moving forward. And that's it. So yeah, sa mga people in our inner circle, part ng community, sa mga taong nakakilala sa wife ko and all, um, salamat sa pagsuporta niyo sa travels namin and all, yung mga sumasama sa'min most of the time, yung mga biglang mayaya, nagta-third wheel, fourth wheel, fifth wheel, o pang ilang wheel man. Ah, "Uy gosh, oo nga 'no, monthsary pala natin ngayon." Okey, sorry. So, I mean, eto na yung pa-happy monthsary ko sa'yo, 'tong FB Live na 'to. Ayan, so sorry, like, I'm not too big on dates. Yeah, but yeah, so sa lahat, we we can only grow in that motivation to create new experiences together, if there's people involved as well, right? So, sa lahat ng mga tao in our life right now, just really, really, really grateful for your support and even yung mga nakikikilig kayo sa'min, nakikitawa sa mga asaran namin, sumasama sa travels and all, nakikipag-double date sa'min, especially the couples with kids who we are learning from, the people who are mentoring us when it comes to marriage, like and family 'no. Lahat pa ng iba naming mga taong makikilala. Because there's always something new within our relationship that other people are also bringing into that table. So, yeah, uh, our marriage is not just shared between the two of us. We hope it can be something na valuable to other people in our circle. Yeah, and in a gist, that's my love life. Ito yung episode 6 ng Kage Thoughts. And tomorrow, I'll be live again, 10 a.m. But I'll try to keep it quick. Wala kasing script, so like, click. I know. But yeah, stay tuned, and I hope you got something out of this. So yun lang muna for now. Cheers.